Welcome, beloved sisters. Welcome to this beautiful womb temple that we're creating all together. Today in part 2, we're going to talk about how to purify and release negative imprints from your womb. The first thing that I want to share with you is a little bit of womb wisdom. Your womb is actually a receptacle. Now, we think of a receptacle like a trash can. That's not at all what I mean. What I mean is that she is a receiver of energy in your body. You have two poles of energy in your body that move your feminine energy, and that is the womb and the heart. The womb takes in the energy, the heart gives out the energy. The womb is the receiver, the heart is the giver for a woman. The womb is magnetic, the heart is electric. In a man, it's exactly the opposite. His heart is his receiver, his penis is his giver. It's that electric energy. And when you put man and woman together, the two poles of the body line up so that we can generate an even greater power. We generate this power of masculine and feminine within our own bodies, the feminine coming in through the womb, the masculine or the electric, I don't mean man energy, of course not from the heart, no, but it's that masculine energy that comes from the heart that is expressed outward. Masculine energy is outward. Feminine energy is space. It's bringing in, it's magnetic, it's receptive. So that said, your womb, unknowingly, perhaps to you, is always tracking and receiving energy from the field. So your womb gets very clogged and imprinted with other people's energy. One of the most important things to understand is that you can be corded at your womb space, and that sometimes these energetic cords are not in the highest and best good to your personal well-being. So that said, I'm going to teach you today how to ceremoniously and ritually clear cords from the womb. Now, I have a selenite dagger that I use in ritual. You can also just use the palm of your hand. You can use another crystal or a crystal wand. You can, call forth the sword of Joan of Arc or the sword of Archangel Michael. I'm getting chills as I speak that. And energetically and etherically use that sword. What you would say is this: connected to my source energy and the power of my divine consciousness that instantaneously connects you to your God self. Okay, you want to command that first. I hereby claim divine detachment as my inherent right and reality. Anybody's energies that are feeding from me, cording me, inhibiting me, binding me, influencing me, they are hereby commanded to free and release me now. Free and release me now. Free and release me now. You say that from the power of everything that you are. This includes all sexual attachments. Make sure when you're working with the womb, always to speak that piece. I wield the sword of Joan of Arc. I wield the sword of Archangel Michael. I wield this sacred dagger of selenite, whatever it is that you're using. And I hereby take back my power as a sovereign being for detachment. I release everybody's energy back to them, and I command and call all of my energy back home to me. I hereby state that my womb is now clean and clear and purified. I am now the only thinker in my mind, the only feeler in my body. I am now the only sensor at my womb space. And then you fill your womb once you've cleared it, you always want to fill it. You recalibrate and fill your womb with a white light, the white angelic light of just purification and cleansing. And you can call upon your angels to do this with you. Sometimes I see angels coming with angel wings, like feathers, and they clear off and clear out my womb. This is one way of doing that. Sometimes even if I know just intuitively that there's like something that just really needs to be cleared, I'll envision that the angels come in with a vacuum cleaner and just like totally clear my womb. And so that's one way of purifying your womb. And here's another piece that you should know. When you are in your cycle time, when it is your bleeding time, every month your body gives you the opportunity to purify and cleanse. That's what your moon flow is. I'm just going to do a quick aside here and let you know that the reason why I call your holy blood your moon flow is because the word period is completely disempowering. We've been given the word period from our culture, but period actually means the period of time that a woman is bleeding. It says nothing even about her blood. It completely dismisses and dismantles the power of her blood. It makes it invisible. So I've reclaimed that and I now call it my moon flow. You could call it your holy red. You can call it your bleeding time. You could call it your lunar cycle. You could call it your she, your sacred she, whatever it is, whatever you come up with, whatever resonates for you. I just want to make that invite that you get to reclaim that holiness of your blood if you choose. So when I am in that moon flow cycle, I know that there is purification happening. That's one of the reasons why women get very emotional, because it's not just the lining of our womb that we are cleansing and clearing, it is also our emotions. And so oftentimes, because again, we live in a very busy time, we live in a very masculine culture, we oftentimes override our natural rhythms, and we do not give ourselves the time and the space for this inward, for this red tent to go inward, to cleanse, to be with ourselves. And what we do ultimately, subconsciously, when we override that cycle is we're overriding our inner feminine. We're disrespecting our very feminine essence. And so to purify and cleanse your womb is to give yourself the spaciousness during your cycle to cry, to feel, to let go of the energetics that have built up over the month so that they can be cleansed and clean as your blood flows. I hope that's helpful to you, dear sister. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in part 3.